Welcome to SimTour Project Episode 8, a series where I'm featuring the sim racing setups of my viewers and hoping to give you all inspiration regarding all this hobby has to offer. This episode features budget sim racing setups, which are, for the most part, somewhat affordable. So press the like button as it helps with the algorithm, subscribe if you want, and let's get into it. And starting off all the way from Australia, we have Liam with one of the cleanest examples of a budget sim racing setup done right. Liam has spent approximately 1,000 Australian dollars on this setup, including his PC, and makes the absolute most out of what he has. Starting off, he's rocking a black desk and office chair he got from IKEA. On it, he's using a vertical 24-inch 60Hz display which serves as a productivity monitor, paired with his main 24-inch 165Hz gaming monitor in the center. A dual monitor mount discreetly hidden also gives his displays a very cool floating effect. Talking about effects, the LED strips behind his desk match the colors of his PC fans to further give a cool and cohesive look to his setup. With regards to his wheel, he's got the Thrustmaster Ferrari T80 GTB edition with the included pedals underneath. While the wheel is inexpensive and looks quite cool, it unfortunately comes without force feedback, making it a pretty big deal breaker to most. If Liam were to ever upgrade, I would highly recommend going for an entry-level force feedback wheel or making a big leap into the budget direct drive wheels. As per other miscellaneous gear, he's using a blue Snowball microphone, which is the same one you're hearing right now, paired with a generic boom arm. Moreover, a small plastic plant next to a digital clock in the middle of his desk finishes off his setup while giving it a sleek and modern look. As per his PC, he's got a 1050 Ti Intel Core i5-10400F and 16GB of RAM, all housed in a very sleek compact case. Though on a tight budget, Liam was still able to make a very good looking sim racing setup which also serves for productivity, work, and gaming. Thanks Liam for submitting. Coming up next, we have Ollie. He's a 16-year-old from Australia and it's taken him around 2 years to get everything to where it is today. Starting off, he's using the budget-friendly Nextdoor Racing GT Lite to hold up all of his gear. The GT Lite does not come with an integrated monitor stand, so it seems he has DIY'd some solution for it where an extendable monitor arm perfectly holds up his 32-inch Dell display. Being a budget build, Ollie has opted to go with the Logitech G29 ecosystem with the pedals hard mounted underneath and a modified driving force shifter on the right hand side. On his G29 wheelbase, he also has attached a third-party Formula rim from BMH Studios. Ollie seems to be using the same PC to power his sim rig as well as his productivity setup on another desk. His PC houses an RTX 3060 Ti, a Ryzen 5600X, and 32GB of DDR4 RAM, all housed in a very modern looking Cooler Master Masterbox Lite 5 case. Other miscellaneous stuff around his setup include a few model and Lego cars, as well as a ton of motorsport themed caps hung up on his wall. I love how Ollie was able to make use of one PC to serve two purposes, and that's something I'll certainly keep in mind for my own setup. Thank you Ollie for submitting. Christopher is up next, coming all the way from Denmark. He's a full-time student and uses his setup to play Assetto Corsa and Beam MG Drive. His setup is fairly unique. He's using a DIY wooden rig to hold up the majority of his gear, with a smaller table on the right for his mouse, and his PC on the left holding up his keyboard. You know, if it works, it works. Anyways, Christopher is using the Thrustmaster T150 paired with the T3PA pedals underneath. To sit, he's using a generic office chair with its legs chopped off and angled in a somewhat formula seating position. The angle of the wheel doesn't seem to go hand in hand with its seating position, but it seems to do the job regardless. Finally, as per his display, Christopher is using a curved 32-inch AOC monitor. Powering all of this is an NVIDIA GTX 1660, Intel Core i9 9900K, and 32GB of RAM. The last thing left in his to-do list is to hang up the cool posters he has lying around against the wall. After that, he's got a pretty nice setup that certainly makes the most out of what he's got. Thank you Christopher for submitting. And coming up next, we have Ahmed, a 14-year-old student from Bahrain who has only spent around $500 on his setup. He uses what he calls a cheap office chair and an ordinary computer desk to hold up most of his gear. He's using a T-scale TV for his display with cables everywhere on his right hand side. Anyways, he's also using the Thrustmaster T150 with the 2-pedal set underneath. Powering everything, he's got a PS4 as well as a custom built PC with a GTX 980, AMD Ryzen 3100, and 16GB of RAM, all housed in a Thermaltake RGB case. Ahmed's setup very much represents function over form, and for a beginner just getting their feet wet into sim racing, it essentially does the job. Both his PC as well as his PS4 also give him a lot of choices when it comes to racing titles. Thank you, Ahmed, for submitting. And last but not least, we have Oliver. He's a 13-year-old student from Slovakia who has a modest yet functional setup. As has become common throughout this episode, Oliver too uses a regular desk to hold up the majority of his gear, which he can easily move out of place when not in use. Starting off with his display, he's got a curved 27-inch Samsung monitor. His wheelbase of choice is the popular Thrustmaster T300 paired with the Spargo Rally add-on, as well as a Fanatec Formula Carbon rim. I have absolutely no idea how he managed to fit a Fanatec rim onto a Thrustmaster wheelbase, but he did. Down below, he continues the Thrustmaster ecosystem with the Thrustmaster TLCMs. These are a heavy pedal set, hence why he probably attached a textbook to add counterweight. However, I am not too sure why the clutch pedal face is covered with a strip of tape. Anyways, back up top, Oliver is using a Thrustmaster joystick to, get this, use as a handbrake. And more than just that, he uses the mappable buttons on the joystick almost as a button box where he can control various different things. I've never seen anybody use a joystick for sim racing before, but Oliver somehow made it work. Rounding everything off, his chair is the Horazo Force 3.1, which matches well with his Ferrari bedsheets in the back. Thank you, Oliver, for submitting. And just like that, this rounds up SimTour Project Episode 8, Budget Edition. Make sure to comment down below which setup is your favorite, and if you enjoyed this video and want to see me make more, make sure to press the like button and subscribe to stay tuned. With all that being said, thank you all for watching, stay safe, and have a fantastic rest of your day.